dear young friends, you are lucky that you have opted for armed forces. Rather, you have taken armed forces as a career option. You'll be really fortunate if you get selected. Cracking the written examination may not be that a challenge, but in the armed forces, it is the interview process which is the main hurdle because it's a personality based test and only 3.6% of the candidates pass it. By the way, it's not a 1 or 2 days process, it's a 5 days process, and which is divided into two parts, the screening and the main SSB. And after this tough selection, you join the most elite and the best armed forces in the world. That's Indian Armed Forces. Let me tell you, my dear young friends, that it is the armed forces right from independence which has always stood by the country. It has never let down the nation, come what may. Whether the armed forces requirement for modernization, for new equipment is met or not, that's never given as an excuse. Armed forces will always be ready and always stand by the nation. What is the strength of this great organization? Why it is always there to deliver? Why it never lets down a nation? Because if armed forces fail, let me tell you, the nation fails. The costs are going to be very high. But such a situation can never arise. So, why armed forces are so different? What is their strength? How their organization is so unique? Boys and girls, you would definitely like to know that what the youth can learn from the armed forces, what we all can learn from the armed forces. So this is precisely the topic of my today's talk. I'm sure you are going to listen to this talk of mine, but more importantly, let me see you sharing this to all those friends of yours who do not have any clue about the armed forces. Let them also know how their armed forces operate and how they are different. So, in India, where awareness about the armed forces is so much lacking, let's create some awareness.
It is the organization which makes all the difference. And thereafter, the selection process. Look at the selection process, how difficult it is. It is more than the cadets from the SSB. Who else will know it better than you all guys? Isn't the selection process so tough? You agree or not? Okay, because the selection rate is so. And on top of that, extreme training. If once you join, thereafter you undergo the training in the academy. And let me tell you, the training is thereafter is a continuous process. In the very first year, all those who are join the arms, particularly infantry, they do the commando course. Oh my God. It's to test your limits. And actually by doing this training, what happens? You really overcome your limitations of body and mind. Even a chap like him, who is very strong, but even if he is not strong, or him for that matter, he will also be able to do the course, commando course. Why? Because your colleagues are doing it. You have this team, and you continue along with the team, you are able to do it. Otherwise, running about 40 kilometers with about 20 odd kg weight, is it really that easy? No. So the training process is very difficult. Extreme training, limitations of body and mind. And that is inculcated through the discipline. Training also adds to your discipline, which will remain lifelong with you. That's why you always say armed forces people are the most disciplined. Neither they tolerate indiscipline, or never you will find them indisciplined. Will you? It is because it's in their blood. The whole training process has built this discipline into them. What else can you learn from the armed forces? Integration process. Right from the day you join the academy, and after that you join your unit, your integration process goes on. At least till 10 to 12 years of service, till the time you are a junior officer or a major, you keep learning. Though your learning is throughout the life, it continues. But in the initial years, you're grooming, you're learning. You do various courses. That process, integration process continues. When you join your battalion, you know what you are called as an officer? You are called the baby of the battalion. And when I joined my battalion, and I used to be introduced like this, look, meet the baby of the battalion. Lieutenant VPS Bhakuni, I used to feel very shy. Baby. And I cannot be a baby, but that is the way. They say a newly commissioned officer is known as the baby of the battalion. And gradually you are groomed into the regimental history, the regimental norms, the regimental discipline, the regimental ethos. And that's the reason in the armed forces you develop much more bonhomie, love, affection towards your regiment. And let me tell you, most of the people think we die for our country. Yes, we die. But let me tell you, more than that, we sacrifice our life for that regiment. The regimental thing becomes much more important. I am from Dogra Regiment. I will remain a Dogra till my dying day. So anything related to Dogra really makes me, a different man altogether. Okay? So your spirit goes high the moment you see Dogra soldiers, and you feel a little different. You have that sense of belonging which is never going to fade away from us. It is entirely a different kind of service where these things matter a lot rather than the money alone. Okay? Uniform, of course. The moment you put on the armed forces discipline, you cannot behave in a manner which is not supposed to be honorable or which nobody can associate with the armed forces. Therefore, in uniform, you will never find armed forces officers and men indulging in poor disciplinary cases. Okay? Because they maintain the dignity of the uniform. They have to. In the civil dress, still they can fight it out with somebody sometime. But the moment they put on uniform, they behave in a different manner because they have to care for the respect of the uniform. You agree or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, uniform also makes us different. Look at this now. Defending the idea of India. Imagine the kind of task you are doing. Somebody is doing typewriting, somebody is making some computer game, somebody is doing something or the other. And look, what are you doing? I am defending the idea of India. I am defending my nation. What a wonderful, glorious task it is. You agree or not?
Yes, sir.
So you have that. You are doing a great job. And nobody can compare with you. Can anybody compare with this kind of job? And that's the reason whole nation respects you. So you are defending the country against external and internal threats. So that is the onerous task you have in your hand. Okay. Regimentation, I already talked about it. And this process goes on all your life. And the bonding, which is again related to regimentation, you have such a wonderful bonding. That's the reason, whatever armed forces achieve, a small band of people go. Whether it is surgical strike across, how many people go? Small parties. And look the kind of bonding they have. Even a party of 10 goes inside the enemy territory and somebody is injured, do you know that they bring the person back? If somebody is dead there, they bring the body back. Have you heard anywhere else like this? They will bring him back. They will never leave their comrades behind. It happens only in the army. Whether you are dead or alive, they will bring their body back. That is the teaching. That is the norm. Understood? They will risk their own life for this. So this is what the bonding is. lifelong relationship you have. I may have retired, but I am still saying I am a Dogra soldier. So likewise, everybody has got that sense of belonging to his regiment. Okay? Look at this. You imbibe the religion of the armed forces. Officers have only one religion, and that is the religion of their troops. They do not have their own religion. If your troops are Christian, you are a Christian. If your troops are Muslims, you are a Muslim. If your troops are Hindus, you are a Hindu. We have a Muslim commanding officer, and all the tasks of the regiment, including the pujas during Dasara and Diwali, he will lead the puja. He will do it. And rest everybody will follow. Look at this, because he was the commanding officer. Okay? So you have the religion which your troops follow. Can you believe one of my classmates met me once, long back, and I called him in the evening over a drink. He said, no, yaar. I know he was Rajput from Rajasthan. He said, yaar, mere roje chal rahe hain. Kya chal rahe hain? मैंने कहा, रोजा? How come Rajasthan, Rajput? He said, yaar, I am from the Grenadiers Regiment and my troops are Muslims. So, new officer, they told me, you must, this is what the bonding is all about. And he was keeping a roza. Can you believe it? Have you heard anywhere such kind of stories? So, religion doesn't matter for us. Okay? We have only one religion, that is defending the nation. And we follow the religious norm of our troops. Nothing more and nothing less. Okay? And here it is what we can learn from the armed forces. Obviously, we can learn nation first, one India, great India. Armed forces always keep the national interest supreme. You agree or not? Yes, always, nation comes first. Unit, team spirit, I told you, unit, regimental spirit matters a lot for us. All the games, sports are, on the ground also, it is the regimental spirit which is really flowing in the field of sports or games, or for that matter, even in the war. And small teams do wonders. Have you seen that? Okay? Duty before self. Ultimately, look at this. Sometimes you are given such onerous tasks and you haven't completed at the cost of your own life. We just saw the photograph of the Kargil hero, Vikram Batra. Don't you think when he was tasked to capture that hill, didn't he know that it is virtually not only impossible, but he is going to make it possible, but also it is going to cost lives. He told all his troops to write a last letter to home. He just told them to write a letter to a home before we go for this task. Look at this. The letters were received along with the dead bodies. Are you aware of that? Look at this. And they knew perhaps some of them, most of them are not going to come alive. But look at the responsibility on their shoulders. If Vikram Batra fails, India fails. Because the task has been given, the whole nation was watching them. So stakes are very high. Can you let down your nation? So your life doesn't matter. Some lives doesn't matter when it comes to the nation. And that's what the army is all about. Yeah. I told you already, unity of religions. Okay? All religions are, this is what we got to, the nation has to learn from the armed forces. Where under one roof you have mandir, masjid, gurdwara. Look at that. Can you find it anywhere? People will keep fighting. But we have. As an officers, we go to the mandir and then the masjid and the gurdwara, all are same for us. Why the same thing cannot happen in India also, everywhere? Why people have to fight for their religions only? Okay? Look at this discipline makes us different. You can learn this discipline and imbibe this self-discipline in your life. If you ensure that, let me tell you, no goal will remain unachievable for you, because self-discipline brings a lot in you. Okay? You will always follow your time schedule. You will work out your routine and follow that routine. And if you do not have the self-discipline and the will to follow your routine, then you are gone. Okay? You'll become most disorganized person in your life. Adaptability. Look at the army people. Today they are in Sachin, next day they are in Arunachal, and third day they are in the city of Bangalore. I myself had 7 postings in J&K, and I was happy with each and every posting. In fact, can you believe it, I still feel Jammu is my second home, because I have stayed there so much, Jammu and beyond, that it has become a second home. And that's the reason my son married in Jammu only, to a girl from Jammu. You can imagine. So Jammu has become a second home for us. And these 7 postings of Jammu made all the difference. Okay, so you become adaptable to new circumstances. Okay? And you get adjusted to them fast. Now, a posting here from Bangalore, one office to another, you post some clerk or some officer, he will represent to right up to the chief minister. And you post us to session, we will be happy. You post us from any corner of the country or world for that matter. Army people go happily. There must be something interesting there. Your attitude becomes like that. And if you don't get posted out within 2 to 3 years, you feel something wrong here. You get sick of that place. You want to change in your life. And that's kind of mindset you develop in that.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you found it useful. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Do also leave us a comment down below with suggestions for future videos. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell icon so that you don't miss any of our future videos. If this was one of the first videos that you saw from SSB Short Academy, I would be very happy to inform you that we have 2 state-of-the-art campuses, one in Bangalore and the other one in Hoshiarpur, Punjab. There is a 3rd branch also coming up in Rudrapur, Uttarakhand. In all these branches, we have state-of-the-art campuses with a full-fledged GTO ground as well. All the instructors at all these branches are elite ex-armed forces officers with years of experience behind them. So every month we have 3 batches of a 12-day SSB course. Apart from that, we also have weekend courses for people who are working professionals or are students. Apart from that, we also have a 4-day GTO course, and we also organize a PPDT and GTO overview for a very nominal charge. We also have written exam courses for NDA, CDS, FCAT, INET and the Territorial Army. Apart from these, for the people who cannot make it over to our academy, we also organize online personal interviews which will be taken by Major General VPS Bhakuni, who is also a former commandant of the SSB Center in Bangalore. We also have an online psych test. If you really want the worth of your money, then I would suggest that you go for the online interview and the psych assessment test combo, which you can avail for a discounted price. So if you're interested to know more about any of these courses or the online interview, make sure that you give us a call on the number which is appearing on your screen. You can also drop us an email at info@ssbshoreshort.com. Follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates from our academy. Once again, if you found this video helpful, make sure that you give it a thumbs up and make sure that you subscribe for our future videos. Till then, goodbye and take care.